Hey guys, my name is Xuan Kai and I'm a day trader from Singapore. I mostly do videos on day trading or investing, but I've also started on this YouTube journey and I thought it would be interesting for me to share it with you guys as well. A lot of experienced YouTubers share their tips on how to grow their YouTube channel, but I think that the truth is all these things happened to them when they were a much smaller channel many years ago, and it may not be as relatable. I'm a struggling small YouTuber right now and I've personally experienced these challenges, and let me share about my personal experience and the lessons that I've learned in these 1 to 2 months. Whether you are a struggling small YouTuber or someone who is thinking of starting YouTube, this video might help to smoothen your YouTube journey. So now let's dive into the top 3 lessons that I learned from doing YouTube during these 2 months. So the first learning point is that starting out YouTube, this is going to be way harder than you thought. You are not going to get a lot of views or subscribers, and the so-called YouTube God that everyone talks about, the YouTube algorithm, is not going to like you yet. We are so used to clicking on videos on YouTube that have 1,000 to maybe upwards to a few million views, but that's because those videos are popular and trending, and that is why they are naturally recommended to us on our homepage. I thought that since all the videos on my recommended page had so many views, my videos wouldn't be that far off, and I couldn't be more wrong about that. The main thing that you have to accept is that you are not going to become like the other big YouTubers instantly. They have an existing audience and they might have some expertise in filmmaking or editing. They have proper gear, more money, and perhaps a fancy studio for recording, but most importantly, they have been doing this career for a longer period of time, so they naturally have more experience creating videos that people want to watch. All this will translate into nicer edits, cooler videos, and perhaps being able to record higher quality videos that people want to watch that starting YouTubers like you and me might not be able to do. If you are like me, you have close to zero or no experience editing, you don't have a fancy studio, you don't have expensive filming equipment or what, I just have my iPhone and my mic to ensure that there's proper audio in my videos. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying all this to complain, I'm just merely stating the differences between a small YouTuber versus a big YouTuber. All these differences that I've stated are likely to make a big difference when producing videos, especially when you are just starting out. Of course, it doesn't mean that smaller YouTubers cannot blow up and go viral. It just means that realistically, it's a little bit harder for smaller YouTubers to do so starting out. So you really have to realign your expectations starting out and tell yourself that you're not going to get a lot of viewers or subscribers. So don't get demoralized or beat yourself up just because you're not seeing the results that other people are getting. One very important thing is not to be affected by your viewer count or your subscriber count. What happened to me was that I was lucky that my first video was able to get 300 views and my second video was able to get 100 views. So I thought that that was the benchmark and the standard for all my videos. However, my third to ninth video all had less than 100 views. I went crazy for my first 2 videos and I put upwards of 10 hours of editing into both of those videos, and I thought that at least those videos would get maybe 1,000 views or more, but that didn't happen. It was mentally a bit disappointing that I was putting in so much effort to deliver good content, but the views and the subscribers just fell short of my expectations. After that, I had to realign myself and tell myself that now that I'm starting out, the viewer count and the subscriber count may not be that important for me at this point of time. They are of course important for objective assessment for my videos, but ultimately they do not determine the quality of my videos. I must just focus on delivering good content and documenting my journey to my current and my future audience. I'll get better with my YouTube videos with more time and experience, and my subscriber and my view count will increase as long as I consistently post good content. I'm currently at 45 subscribers at the making of this video, and hopefully I'll hit 100 subscribers in the next 2 months. So hopefully I'll hit this goal at the end of April, and it'll be fun to look back to see how much progress I've made in these 2 months. So the second most important lesson here is to smash the like button so hard till your screen cracks. It will really help out the channel a lot if you could do me this small favor. I realize that a lot of you haven't been smashing the like button because I haven't been giving you guys a reward or reason to. So here's a picture of my girlfriend's cat in order to reward you guys for smashing the like button. So now let's get back to the video. So the second learning lesson here is to have a schedule or a system in place in order to make your video. There are tons of video out there on YouTube, so it seems like creating a video and uploading a video on YouTube seems pretty easy and straightforward. However, a short video that looks and seems easy, but there are actually a lot of things that go behind the scenes into making that video. So in order to produce a video, you have to go through these 5 simple steps. Step 1 is planning the video. This involves the creators sourcing for ideas on the internet or YouTube. We also brainstorm for original ideas that we can produce from our own lives that are unique to us. Creators often create searchable content from YouTube that people want answers to tool, and also trending topics like the recent GameStop saga and also Bitcoin's price that's skyrocketing to the moon right now. Then after the idea is generated, step number 2 is to script out the video. So this involves planning out what your entire video is about, sequencing your ideas and your points, and ensuring that it's a good flow within your video. You also have to connect with your audience and create some sort of relevance and give a reason for your audience to continue to watch your videos. You also have to add segments here and there in order to make sure that your videos are interesting and are able to capture people's attention. Step number 3 is the actual filming. So this includes having a proper background, setting up your filming equipment like your camera and your mic, and making sure they work. You also have to ensure that lighting is good enough so you're not over or underexposed in your videos. You also have to ensure that there are minimal or no background noises, such as your family members talking, random planes flying around, or just random trucks downstairs or outside your house making noises that will affect the audio in your video. Step number 4 is the editing of your videos. For this, you'll need at least some basic editing software like iMovie, and you might also need a good computer in order to operate the editing software smoothly. Your editing should also effectively communicate your message and also include some things like B-rolls and sound effects in order to capture your audience's attention and to keep them longer on the videos. And finally, step 5, which is the marketing or the packaging segment. This involves creating a thought-provoking and interesting thumbnail and title to your video. This is arguably the most important part of making your video, because no matter how good your content is, nobody will know or care about it if they do not click on it and watch it first. So in my opinion, enough time and effort has to be invested into this segment in order to produce better and faster results for your YouTube journey. So as you can see, these 5 steps are needed in order to create a short and simple looking 10-minute video on YouTube. In order to do this efficiently, you're going to need a system or a schedule to expedite this process and make things a bit smoother for you to create the video properly. So personally, for myself, I take 1 day to plan and script, 1 day to film the video, and 2 to 3 days in order to edit the video and create the thumbnail and title for the video. So in order to create a proper video without rushing, I currently take about a week to do so. So I definitely suggest creating a schedule so that you can organize things a little bit better, so you don't get overwhelmed by doing too many things at once. So the last and final point is to not force yourself to upload 2 to 3 times a week. A lot of seasoned and bigger YouTubers seem to be giving this advice to people who are serious in growing their YouTube channels. While I do agree with this advice, I don't think that YouTubers who are just starting out should be doing such things. We are still figuring a lot of things out and trying to troubleshoot all the problems that can potentially come up from all the 5 steps that I mentioned before. We still do not have a system that we can rely on to efficiently churn out and produce videos because we are technically still in our learning phase. All this will come with time and experience. So this ties back to my previous point of creating a schedule or a system in order to help you to make your videos. Until you develop a proper system or schedule, perhaps just take your time in producing your video and try to post at least just 1 time a week. That should be enough time to create a video at least for you. What happened to me was that I was so caught up in trying to grow my YouTube channel fast and trying to see results as quickly as possible. I put so much pressure on myself to keep myself going and to keep churning out YouTube videos non-stop. I ended up becoming so tired and burnt out because I was trying to do and learn so many things at the same time, and I was not seeing any results from it at all. I'll be very honest with you guys, I started YouTube in order to document my trading and investing journey, to start a second income, and also to have fun as well. But before I can even start to earn money or have fun, I ended up falling sick at the end of January because I was putting on so much pressure on myself to churn out videos consistently every single week. Take your time. It's not too late to do anything. Don't FOMO and try to chase and compare yourself with everyone else. That will only make you more unhappy and your content is going to be more substandard. If you really want to compare, think about Gary Vee. He made his first content when he was 30 years old. Many of us have started making content even before we are 30 years old. So don't you think in terms of time you are way ahead of him? Take your time to learn, explore, and enjoy yourself. You have got way more time than your insecurities tell you. Have fun and add your own personal touches into your content in order to make it unique. I look forward to seeing my own YouTube progress and making a progress update a few months from now. So I hope that by sharing these 3 lessons that I've learned in these 2 months, I can hopefully let you guys have a peek into the YouTuber's life who is still starting out and is still in the midst of this struggle and not giving advice from a higher place. It doesn't help myself at all that I'm sharing these things on YouTube. I can definitely keep these things to myself, but I hope that other small YouTubers who are just starting out can learn from my lessons as well. So hopefully this video has been entertaining and interesting for you guys to watch. If you've watched all the way to the end, thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below, especially all the YouTubers who are starting right now. Let me know in the comments below, maybe we can connect or something. something, brainstorm ideas, try to learn from each other, have a community or something. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye!